Alright, welcome to day 27 of the Vera Series. Hopefully you're level 80 by now. Starting out, you want to go to your artificial island, and you want to go back to build, and then you want to hit claim, because remember, you can only hold these resources for 24 hours. On top of that, you want to make sure you clear your enemies, and you want to visit the exchange store and buy your weekly items. Next, you want to do Mia's Kitchen, and you want to do your 4 bounties for the day, and I'm going to go with Vera, which brings us to Vitality, starting with joint operations. So for today, we got access to Shoulders, Helm, a Coco, and a Shiro Matrix, and we can do the end game. So these are actually pretty good dungeons, and you might want to use some Vitality solutions. But of course, you want to check your interstellar exploration, and you want to make sure you check Vera, as well as check Aspera, so that way you can get all of your Stargates. And the best way to tell is if this weapon battery category has a number 3, it's a level 3 Stargate, and if it has a number 2, it's a level 2 Stargate. But if you don't have any level 3s or level 2s, you could always do Dimensional Trials. And if you need money, you could always do Space-Time domains. But if you're being pressed for time, you could always make Omnium beacons. Then we got our optionals, and that is giving gifts to your 1.0 characters, and the best way to do that is to go to the black market, see this island, and do the claw machine, and do your 2 trainings for the day. But what it's not optional is doing your 6 fun zones, and trying to knock out your 6 Greyspace fishers. And if you have time, you want to try to do the Twilight zone, but you do have an 8-hour time limit, so you could do it later. And if you need help on how to do any of those, I got a guide on my channel. Then you got Appointed Research. Remember, you get 5 free energy a day, but you can only hold 20, so you want to make sure that this does not cap. But if you enjoyed these daily guys, I would greatly appreciate a like, so that way they can spread more on YouTube. Then we have the supply run. We only have a few hours to log in, so hopefully you logged in enough times. And then we have the Fall Guys event, and today the max cap is 8,000. On top of that, today Nemesis should release, I'm thinking somewhere between 10 or 11 p.m., at least for my time zone. And I ended up making a video discussing what I thought about that, and is she worth a pull? So be sure to check that out. And it looks like for the people that had the glow effect for their outfit, they are doing a patch to remove that. So if that was you, unfortunately it's going away. Sadly though, we don't get any dark crystals for this, because they say they're doing it because some people complain. Which brings us to the weekly tab. And again, I recommend that you try to save these type 3 keys, at least a few for patch 2.2. But today we should be getting that battle pass reset, so make sure you do not collect the rewards until it resets. Which brings us to our challenges. So if you're trying to do something like the Bygone Phantasm or Frontier Clash, you might want to save your Mia's Kitchen, so that way you can power yourself up. But starting with the Bygone Phantasm, so I recommend that you take a look at this weapon bonus. If you have a good weapon bonus, you might want to do this sneak to next level, and if your CS is high enough, you're going to be able to jump up 11 levels. But the best way to increase your rank is to get a high score in the sequential Phantasm. If you do, there's a good chance you're going to get the max rewards for the week. Frontier Clash. Now you can either go ahead and knock this out, or you could wait till Saturday and knock out all the attempts to get all the rewards at once. Void Rift. We got another attempt today, so you can go ahead and knock that out and try to get that shot for that matrix. Wormhole. We got 4 days left to complete this, so you want to go ahead and knock that out, so that way you can get that energy crystal dust. Raids. You want to make sure you knock out the last 2 on Heroic, and you do Battle Test Area on Heroic, so that way you get the best rewards for the week. Break from Destiny. Now remember, you want to play this at least 1 time, so that way you can get those 250 dark crystals at the end of the season. And Apex League. If you're trying to reach Grand Marshal, you might want to put a couple hours in each day. Then we got our daily buys, so you want to go to shop, hot, and then buy your 2 Vitality solutions. Now this is only if you can afford it, but for me, I'm going to pass since I have 102. But if you can, you want to try to buy your advanced modules and your booster modules for the week. And if you want to well out, you can always do Appointed Research. Next, we have the Commissary, starting with the Crystal Dust store. So you want to buy your advanced modules, your booster modules, and your Vera special gift for the week. And then when it comes to your potent Omnium crystal, I recommend that you pass, because we should get enough through expiration alone to reach an 8.3 or 8.4 suppressor. But what you can do with your golden crystal dust is buy a good pair of boots. If you have a good pair of boots, then you can buy hand guards. And if you have a good pair of hand guards, then you can buy whatever else you want. Space Time store. You want to buy your booster modules, your advanced modules, and your data repeater for the week. Cruise store. Now the only thing I recommend that you spend your points on are relics, and the relics that I recommend are Space Time Rift, unless you have a level 3, or Omnium Shield. Support store. You want to buy your 3 joint supply chips for the week, and if you can, try to buy your proof of purchase and gold nucleus using return support points. And if you need help on how to do that, I got a guide on my channel. Point store. Now the only thing you want to spend your points on are spare special gifts, so that way you don't have to do training, black market, or see this island again. But if you need to level up your matrices or weapons, you can always buy matrix data packs or weapon batteries. But besides that, I just recommend that you explore Vera, so that way you have less things you have to do in patch 2.2. And if you plan to roll on Nemesis tonight, I recommend that you take a look at my Nemesis video. But other than that, talk with you guys later.